Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute and just do kind of a talking head where I share some updates about the things that have been going on. It's it's been good and bad. I like all the progress that we've been making in here. The desk is starting to look really good. It's all together. It's all booting. You can see the computers here set up, and the PS4 and the Xbox are also set up and ready to go. There are some minor adjustments as far as getting the cables up off the ground, so we're going to mount those underneath the desk, and getting new mouse pads and things like that. Just some quality of life stuff, but for the most part, it's finished and it's ready to go. And I'm really excited because The Outer Worlds comes out on Friday, and the desk is done right on time to start what looks like, one of the best new RPGs in a while. So I'm super stoked to try that. Obsidian has proven their place as one of the best Western RPG creators around. So that's really exciting. But more important, I wanted to share a little bit of an update on why things have taken so long. The last maybe month and a half or so, I've been suffering from some weird health conditions that still aren't really diagnosed. My blood pressure has been tanking, and they aren't exactly sure why. At first, they thought that it was something called orthostatic hypotension, and they said they don't think that's it. But basically what's happening is if I stand up too quickly, if I spin around too quickly, things like that, my blood pressure just drops like a stone. Sometimes it's fine. They've been testing where I lie down and they take my blood pressure, then sitting up and they take it again, and then standing up and they take it again. And sometimes it stays pretty standard, and sometimes it goes from like 115 to 80 or something like that. And I've had a couple bad falls. One time I busted my lip pretty bad. And recently, about a week and a half ago, I fell and hurt my arm pretty bad. We thought it was broken, but thank God it was just... they said I tore some muscles and tissue in my arm, in my forearm, and there was a lot of swelling in my elbow. But today's actually my first day out of the sling, and I'm kind of getting movement back. You can see I can kind of move my arm around. I can't quite pivot it all the way up, though. Like, I can mostly do hand down, which is fine, because now I can use it to play video games. But I can't quite get it straight up. And so they wanted me to give it some time and try to work out the stiffness and stuff and just give it time to repair. And they said ice it and kind of baby it a little bit. But they want me to try to kind of work out the kinks now and get my arm working the way it used to. And I'm still supposed to be wearing the sling, if I'm being honest. But I don't I don't like to. It gets really hot, and I don't know if it's a normal thing. I've never broken anything before. This is my first time wearing a sling for like an extended period of time beyond, just kind of playing with one that my dad had when I was a kid and stuff. But I get like really itchy. I get like a rash all up this arm whenever I'm wearing it. And I don't know if that's just from the sweat or from the material of the sling. I don't know if it's kind of normal or if that's a reaction to something. But I've gotten to the point where I just really don't enjoy wearing it. And so today I didn't. And I had a couple times where I just kind of went on autopilot and started trying to use my arm the way that I used to. And it hurt. It hurt bad. But I think I've made a lot of progress, because shortly after it happened, I couldn't move my arm like up or down at all. It's come a long way, and I think it's going to keep on repairing itself. So I think I'm on the mend, but there's been kind of just a lot going on. In and out of cardiologists, orthopedists, primary doctors, the hospital. I've just been so busy, and when I'm not busy, I'm just exhausted, either from the medications I'm on or the long days, and still trying to work full-time whenever I'm not in and out of doctors. It's been a lot. And so getting the desk finished was kind of like, well, not completely finished, but, getting the desk to this state was kind of just like a proud moment for me because the way I've been feeling and as busy as my days have been, it kind of made me feel like myself again. Because for a while, I wouldn't say that I've been unhappy, but I've just felt less happy. Less happy with myself, with my health, and with my weight. And it weighs on you. It's heavy. It's a lot. And I guess it kind of holds true, that idea of like, when you're young you just feel invincible. And recently I haven't. My mortality has kind of caught up with me in a big way, and I don't know, it scares me. And I feel like I really want to make a change. I want to make a change to be just my entire lifestyle, just the way I perceive things, my own limits, my health, like my diet, the way I exercise, things like that. All these thoughts have just been kind of brought, the way I perceived myself has been brought into question quite a bit over the last, like I said, about a month and a half since this has been going on. And I've just been taking a lot of time to kind of take it all in and come to terms with, I guess, not just getting older, but just the idea of like, I've always lived in the here and now. I've always kind of taken things as they come, and I've been pretty good about not letting things stress me out. And recently I've just felt so overwhelmed. There have been a few times I've just broken down in tears thinking about all the changes in my life recently and what those changes mean for my future. I keep thinking about what's going to happen when I have children and what's going to happen as I move forward, wanting to be, a good father and a good husband, and how much am I going to be able to push myself to still do the things I want to do as far as like projects around the house and, even just being mobile, like playing outside with my kids and stuff like that, if I'm also worrying about, passing out if I turn around too quickly, or, breaking something because I stood up too fast. And it kind of terrifies me. And I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling too much, but I've been trying to come to terms with the person that I am now and the person that I want to be moving forward. And I really feel like I want to start making a change to think more positively, which I've never been bad about. I've always tried to think the best in people, and have a positive outlook on life, especially compared to Haven, who tends to be more of a pessimist. But just in general, instead of thinking that I'm invincible, or thinking that, I can do things all the time, maybe just, I guess, being more realistic. Not necessarily in a cynical way, but just kind of accepting who I am and also making changes that I need to hopefully improve myself, to improve my health, and hopefully get rid of whatever's going on with my blood pressure and things like that. And so I kind of wanted to open up. I wanted to open up today and talk to you guys honestly about not just the way I've been feeling, but the way I want to feel. And hopefully not just make myself admit it out loud, but also maybe to get a little bit of a support group behind me. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Any tips or tricks or thoughts or encouragement. I didn't discuss this video with Haven or Mike or anyone. It felt important. It felt like something I needed to talk about and get off my chest. And so I would love it if you guys would kind of leave comments, like I said, tips or tricks about, whether it be little things or big things, things you do to feel better, to kind of detox, or just little ways to kind of get up off the couch. Nothing too intense, because again, in the mindset of being realistic, I'm not just gonna go out tomorrow and get a gym membership and start, lifting weights, or running 8 miles all at once or anything like that. But just, like I said, thoughts or encouragement. And hopefully, moving forward, I'll also be able to keep on posting videos like this, either of progress or struggles, because I want to be more transparent. I don't want to put on a facade or make videos or content that are just, me pretending that everything's fine and that I'm living my best nerdy life if I'm not. I always want to be genuine and have good conversations with people. And I've had these kind of conversations with my friends, but I want to share this with you guys too, so hopefully you can kind of either help me out, or maybe even it'll help you a little bit to think and reflect on, maybe things that you're struggling with, if you'd like to open up. I've talked for a while now, so in the meantime, like I said, leave comments, share it, subscribe, just be yourself, be hopeful, pray a lot, and be honest with yourself. And like I said, if you have any words of tips, tricks, encouragement, comments, your own stories, your own struggles, anything like that, I'd love to hear them. But in the meantime, I will let you guys go, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.